though I think cruel, but I can see that you'll be good for me. I know I'll be good for you. That's that real shit. Y'all know nothing about that. That's that old school shit. I ain't even gonna tell you who made that record. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you who made that record, because if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't, you know. But all I know is that's that real shit. You know what I'm saying? Word. So I got this Canadian whiskey, this Costco's finest. This shit get a motherfucker right, Jack, on the new. You dig it? Johnny Strap, back up in the building. What's good, brother?
And we back. Yes, sir.
Yo, we got to talking about shaved shit and shit not shaved.
I done fucked around and forgot what the original conversation was about.
Me too. I thought it was just me. I lost the whole shit. I think Alicia or somebody will know, but I lost it. I'm like, how the fuck did we get on this subject? And we got to talking about shaved and unshaved. Yo, that shit is bugged out. But I'm like, fuck it. Hey, that's the way it's flowing. So that's how it's flowing. You know? But self-hate is real. And it's just, you know, I think there's certain things certain signs that people put up there, like what I mentioned earlier, that kind of reflect that. And so, you know, if you can't love yourself, you can't love your kids, can't love nobody around you. And it shows. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different ways. There ain't no one set way to exhibit self-hate. I think, you know, like somebody can make the argument that I smoke cigarettes and I hate myself because it's an addiction.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're killing yourself, blah, 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 you know.
Right, you know, or I could make the argument that it's a vice. It's something that I enjoy doing, and that's the beginning and the end of it. So it just really kind of depends, you know. There's really no one set way to go with this thing, because it's really about perception. So with these kids, I don't think it's the issue of them hating themselves. I don't think that's what it has. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think these kids are just fucking entitled, and they're fucking selfish, and they're reckless as hell. And that's what leads them to be out in the streets the way they are now, you know?
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm not sure if it's self-hatred. I think that may be a bit. First of all, I think you have, I don't even know if this is true, but I think you got to be a little bit self-aware to be self-hatred. Like, and these motherfuckers have shown that they are not exactly forward thinkers. So I can't see them thinking about like, yeah, you know, I hate myself. So no, you're just a piece of shit. You're just a piece of shit who never decided to do anything with your life.
Right, they're fucking lazy, man. You know, they just, you know, they don't have no plan for their future. They don't have no plan for the present, nothing. They're just there. You know, and what happens is they say that the idle mind is a devil's workshop. And so they get into a bunch of dumb shit because they ain't planning to do nothing better than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So no, like what Ed was saying earlier, I don't understand them, because I'm like, yo, you know, especially like when we was kids, we didn't have internet access. These kids got internet access, so they have more resources than what we had, but they're making poorer choices than what we made. Not all, but some.
Right.
You know, so we can't make the excuse that, oh, they don't have this, they don't have that. If, like you said earlier, if they want something, then they're gonna find a way to get it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what age they are, they're gonna make a way to go and make that happen for them. So if those kids want to be college kids, or those kids want to be entrepreneurs, those kids want to be husbands or wives, they're gonna go and do that. They're gonna find a way to do that. Their aspirations are so low, they content with just going killing a nigga or selling drugs. They're content with that. That's good enough for them.
Yeah, that's the way I see it.
That's exactly what's happening right in front of us. And so now I'm like, man,
I got my drink, I got my smoke, I'm good. Like, nigga, that's what you want out of life. Your drink and your smoke. Like,
that's it.
There's times for that, but there's so much more to life than drink and smoke.
And you got to get off the block to physically see it with your own eyes, not what you heard, but get away from the block, get involved. See, the thing is, the beauty of school is that school, if it didn't do nothing else, it gave you access to different people in different ways. And so-and-so's household may be different from yours. Or, you know, you got a different teacher up in there that may be a different color or a different gender. You know, you have access to this going to school, but these kids don't want to go to school because they don't have no discipline.
Well, let me retract. I don't think that that's necessarily true. But do you also know? Because I remember when my son graduated, like this was the first time since I had been in school that I had to like apply for financial aid and stuff like that. And so when you talk about financial aid now, they're not giving these kids going to freshman year. They're not getting the money that we were getting.
Okay.
So if you don't have a job, so that means that they probably were paying, like if you stayed out of state, like I think for my daughter, I ended up paying like $12,000 a semester.
That's about
Like,
right.
we're talking about freshman year. This was after financial aid, right? So I'm paying for dorms. Yeah. So Ebony can attest for this. I worked 2 jobs because the one job I had, I paid my mortgage, and I had another son in college too, but he was using his father's GI Bill, so he went to school. My daughter got financial aid, but she was a freshman, so financial aid didn't pay for. They paid for almost half of her stuff, which meant I still had to pay for books. I had to pay for a meal plan. I had to pay for her dorm, $12,000, and that was $12,000 I had to come up with each semester after financial aid. I just had a profession and it was able to work a job where I paid that off in like a month and a half. Okay. You don't have a lot of people that can do that.
And you know what? All of those people have an option, because my number one thing, regardless of what you plan to do with your life, is why are you sending your child to a 4-year school, especially if you're poor? Why are you starting your child off in a 4-year school? If you can afford it, that's great. Right. But you can't. People who can't afford it, don't bitch to me about that, because
I agree with you. But what I'm saying to you, that even if you go to a 2-year school, financial aid, what we were getting for financial aid, these kids are not getting. They're only getting half of that. So even when you go to a 2-year community college, unless you go somewhere where the community college is like fairly inexpensive or you're getting it free, the parents are still having to come out of pocket. And a lot of times you just can't. There's no way to make ends meet. Sometimes you just can't. And so school has not been made, like, again, what we were getting going to school, they're not getting. So
nope. Not at all. I can attest for that.
School is like $300 per credit hour, roughly.
Okay.
So maybe hold on for a second. Maybe $200 a credit hour, 246 for a class. So that makes
you're talking about in-state or out-state?
I'm only talking about 2-year schools. Okay. I'm only talking about 2-year schools. People who go to 4-year schools, at this point, I think something's wrong with those people. Now, if you can afford it, you can afford it. But if you're gonna go broke doing it, then that's your fault. At this point.
I mean, but it depends on your profession too, because like nursing, they're getting ready to get rid of the 2-year programs. And if you're trying to attend like a magnet hospital like the University of Chicago, those are magnet hospitals. So the requirement to work as a magnet, you have to have a bachelor's or better. So depending on what field you're going into,
right? Like, but all that means
you ain't gonna get it.
But no, all I'm saying, all that means is that you transfer out once you become a junior. That's all that means. No one ever has to go to 4-year college to get electives. No one should ever do that.
No. I agree with that. I agree with you.
So these people, so when people say that they can't afford it, they're like, okay, the reason why you think that is because you can't, is because you more than likely what happened, the person doesn't know what is available for them. But even assuming that that's not the that is the case. If you just don't know what is out there for you. But to be perfectly honest, that's that parent's fault. I started thinking about this shit when I found out my girlfriend, at the time she wasn't my wife, my girlfriend was pregnant. I'm like, God damn it. Okay, I need to start saving for a fucking car for her. I need to start, all that shit went through my mind then. And how people don't constantly, and every year, every fucking day since, it's been a readjustment of, okay, I need to be sure that this is settled, blah, blah, blah. This is settled. This needs to happen. If your child ain't, we talk about a lot of parents who are really hard on their kids and try to live through their kids or something like that, but their kids are up at 4 o'clock in the morning for whatever practice or something like that, but they got all stuff to do. But I do understand that, like, hey, this is your shot. I'm not rich. You gonna get to college off of this basketball money or off this soccer money or something like that. If so, at least that parent is, one good thing is that they are making a plan for their particular child. If you just broke and you ain't gave no fucks, your child ain't really that smart, so they're not getting an academic scholarship. sports scholarships are more rare, way more rare than academic scholarships. What the fuck have you done for your child?
Hey man, I just told you. I just told
I
you
ain't
I
talking
had to
about you,
pay for
Israel.
mine. But what I'm saying is that you made that seem so easy. You know what I'm saying? You just made how you just planned all that out easy. Like that's just sounded easy, right? I thought the same shit too, but I ended up having to work a second job to pay that shit off. And I worked a second job for 2 years, and I'm talking about on top of, like I said, I'm having to ship packages and get them back and forth from holidays and all kind of crazy shit. So you just don't like, and I never anticipated like that all that would be like, yeah, that it was just a lot more than what I'd anticipated. And just like, who would have thought, like I would have thought maybe $5,000. Well, I can do 5,000. Let's say 12,000. That's after you get the financial aid for freshman year. That's a lot. That's a lot. And then, and what they don't tell you is they don't necessarily tell you that what options are available or what you can fill out. So a lot of the things that I've learned out from talking to other parents, from just researching or whatever. But these schools don't really give you the information about applying for all these scholarships that they have available for these kids, and different, and they ain't got nothing to do with no academic scholarship, but there's a lot of scholarships out there. There's a lot of different things. And I think that's when we need to do a show on just like the different scholarships and stuff that people can apply for to get their child in school. But like the most frustrating and challenging thing I found is that I really had no idea what college costs until, and again, my son had been in college for 2 years, but I really had no idea what it cost until she went. And when she went, I found myself in a position where either I had to pay that tuition or I had to come and get her, because they weren't even letting you stay a semester. Like they wanted a payment plan, they wanted the money, and if you don't have good credit, then you can't really get on a payment plan. And and then who wants to be so far in debt? Like I'm still paying back student loans. I don't want my child to do that. So I'm trying to figure out a way how to kind of navigate her through that. And so I did that. But when you talk about school, like school is not as accessible, or it is accessible, but they make it harder to access and make it harder for you to maintain and stay in. Because if you can pay $12,000 that first semester, who's to say that the parents, I mean, with the price of gas and food and all kind of shit going up, even if you get a 2-family home, nigga, I'm damn near at the Pink Monkey every day trying to make sure that, everybody in my house straight.
The Pink Monkey.
At 50 years old at the Pink Monkey, because we trying to eat around here. And that's some bullshit. I'm saying, right?
Ed is not amateur night.
Right,
He there on
right.
the weekend, Saturday,
Right.
Friday, Saturday.
Prime time.
What'd you say? You say we trying to eat around here? You silly.
Yeah,
Right.
we trying to eat around here.
Right.
Cause y'all look at everything like, how the hell chicken wings? Like chicken wings, man, you gotta shake your ass for some chicken wings now.
Yeah,
Chicken for real.
chicken wings are
For
expensive.
real. Man, I went into Harold's.
Motherfucker now.
I went to
They
Harold's and
high.
I bought a 6-piece wing.
Okay.
And then remind y'all, I ain't been home and I ain't had Harold's in a while. It was $11. And that's what I said.
God
But I
damn.
couldn't be mad at them, because what they had on the sign was like, because the price of chicken went up, we had to raise our rate, which I understand. I get. But goddamn, like we chicken wings, oxtails, like oxtails, oxtails, you got to hold for some oxtails now. Like you got to for real hold for some oxtails are $50.
Mhm.
You better get some beef stew and keep it real.
Man, right, because
Alicia,
the dirt,
Alicia says he calling people sloppy in Saturday about midnight,
Man.
1 o'clock.
man, no, look,
Wheels
I'm
went
gonna be
up, wigs
I'm
and
be
went up.
I'm gonna be there all
Goddamn
weekend about
gas.
them wings and them oxtail, and then I'm gonna be stingy with them, because y'all ain't gonna have me shaking my ass and letting folks touch me and do all this shit. And I got to share my meat with y'all. I don't think so.
She out there fighting.
I'm right.
She out
Them
there
poor
fighting,
folks
yo.
touching.
But
Oh,
I tell y'all, when I went and got like 20 wings from Sharks, it was $50. It was $46.
Damn.
20
Damn,
wings,
20 wings?
a handful
That's
Yeah.
like $3 a wing.
Man, bro, I
Yeah,
kid you not.
Almost.
That shit was high as fuck. That was the last time I've been to Sharks. Here, you better off going to Harold's. Harold's a lot cheaper.
Man, look here, but the reality of like the cost of everything is going up. So
Going up. Yeah.
you try, and they're not, the cost of living raises and allowances is definitely not going up. They're not meeting the medium of a living wage. So you contending with doing all this strange shit. Like I'll fuck somebody up over my oxtails if I got a strip for them. You know what I'm saying? And that's only because you got to work double hard for that. I'm 47. I got to go shake some ass for $50 worth of oxtails for somebody to eat up later on. Somebody gonna get cut. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to go behind that because I'm working too hard for this shit.
Across the table, they smacking like a motherfucker. You know how you get all that meat out the gristle, the oxtail. Smack hard to the motherfucker like. She was like,
my God, y'all some hardcore meat eaters. God damn.
I mean,
oxtail's good though. I like them.
You vegetarian?
And vegetarian.
I eat meat, but I don't fuck with the gristles and shit. No.
But
Yeah,
look
get
here,
all that
if
meat
you
out
paying
there.
$50 for some meat, you better
She
suck
won't see the
every.
white. She won't see the white part
That's
of
the
the
problem
oxtail.
with me. But you know what? Meat ain't that important to me. Well, I mean, I could be a vegetarian if I could afford the vegetables. God damn it! But meat ain't that fucking important to me. Like dead ass. I starch my life to death. Fuck that.
You better run through the grocery store again. Look at them veggies.
Shit, fuck that. Give me some
Hey,
tofu.
take
Give me
a
some
Lisa
tofu and
with
some
you. She gonna clip
breadcrumbs. Fuck
away
that.
like she do them
Got me
damn
some
plants.
Chick-fil-A.
Clip them monsters.
It's
them
called first of all,
collards.
it's called propagating wheel. That's what we
All
call
right.
it, propagation.
CPS school right here. I went to West Side.
But I'm telling you, say propagation because when you say I'm propagating something, it does not sound bad or evil. You're propagating something. It's a very clean and nice word.
Hey, help me propagate some of them mustard, them turnips, and them collard greens.
Hey, but let me tell y'all, like the one thing that I love about the one thing I love, you don't eat canned vegetables. That's a whole nother topic. But one thing I do love about being in Alabama is that I get all my vegetables, my beans and shit. They be fresh. Like I get them really from the farmers, and so you can.
Market.
Yeah, they have a farmers market, but they actually have the people from the farms, like they be the farmers, and they and you get seasonal fruits. Like I found this fruit called a muscadine. Man.
Oh yeah.
Muscadines are like they're grapes. They're from the grape family, and they actually have seeds in them. But they have muscadines and musca. It's another one. It's a red one and it's a green one. The muscadines are the green ones, and so the green ones they turn this like golden brown, and when you bite into them, they taste like cotton candy, but they have a seed in them, and they're about yay big.
Cotton candy grapes.
No, they're called muscadines. No, they're called muscadines.
Cotton candy grapes are good.
No. We ain't talking about. These are just they ain't nothing put on.
I don't believe
ain't nothing add on.
Saying about whatever the fuck. I don't believe that y'all thought they have whole different foods down south.
Yeah.
What muscadines? Yeah, I'm gonna send y'all a picture of this called a muscadine. You can only get them down south.
Some of it is grown there, but a lot of it because they close to the Gulf and the tropical shit, they get it fast.
Yeah, muscadines. Well, no, muscadines are seasonal, and they start. I think they start harvesting the muscadines in July. And so when I go to the farmers market, I get them from like July to September. But I'm gonna take a picture of them and say they're from the grape family. They're seeded and everything, and the farmer was telling me when the green muscadines turn gold, they like this gold brown, then you eat them and they really, really sweet, taste like cotton candy. I mean, it's out of this world, but it's not the cotton candy. It's not the taffy affy grapes, which I'll be eating up here. It's not the same thing, Will. It ain't the same thing. Okay. But I'm gonna take a picture of them.
Cotton candy grapes are good.
But I be buying butter beans and black eyed peas and peas in the hole. I'm real country, but the stuff be good.
I
know. Y'all watch about like cooking shows and shit?
I watch Chop.
Do y'all like to watch like it's this thing on Netflix, right? It's this thing on Netflix called High on the Hog. I recommend y'all watch that. That's some deep shit.
What was you saying?
Which one?
It's a series on Netflix called High on the Hog.
It might be worth checking out.
It's this black man who is called like, it's basically about African American cuisine. They go to where, like in Africa, where they grew stuff and the way they fried fish and stuff like that. They went to Benin. It was dope as hell. Then they came to the the southeast coast, South Carolina, where we came, and we showed them how to grow the Carolina gold. And that's what made the rice, rice get so popular. And then how they ate and how they cooked their food to survive and everything, and what they used. And it just go, man, it's dope as hell.
Mm.
And it's some good ass food on there that I mean, it's stuff that you probably already make, just done in a completely different way.
It's called High on the
High on the hog.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you can get access to it, if you can find, well, you know what? I was gonna say send us a link or something in the group chat.
You know,
Hold on.
Netflix don't play that.
No, I ain't talking about Netflix.
No, I wasn't gonna do that. Oh shit. Hold on, let me see.
YouTube. There might be a clip of it. I just saw. I don't get it.
Let me check real quick. Hold on.
But I was gonna say, well, Alicia, why you don't just grow them?
I mean, I do grow. I'm growing watermelons right now. I'm growing kale. I'm growing tomatoes. I'm growing peppers. But some of that stuff is seasonal. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to kind of get an understanding about what's good to grow and where to grow. Like my watermelons, I bought some seeded sugar baby watermelons.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to see. So I bought a really big tub and I filled it with dirt. And they were starting to bud when I left. And they say it takes 6 weeks, so hopefully they'll start to kind of form by the time I get back. But I'm really trying to. And I live in an apartment right now. So as soon as I buy a house, I'll maybe try to do some of that other stuff. Because I'm not sure if muscadines. I'm assuming they grow like grapes, and so grapes grow on vines. And so I don't have anything to kind of facilitate that growing like that, but. I do a lot of talking. My cousins laugh at me because he take me to the farmer's market. He said I'm in heaven. I do a lot of talking with the farmers and see kind of how they grow stuff, what their yields are. And the beauty that I love about being down there is that you get seasonal food. So you see what grows in what season. So you're not in the grocery store where you get like fucking pomegranates in December. Like that's really unseasonal and it's unusual. Just to see what grows in Alabama. And I was reading a book. And they were talking about why Alabama was like kind of poor even during slavery, because the only thing that really grew was cotton there because of the soil. The soil was so bad that's there were only certain things that you can grow. So just to talk to these farmers and see what the things that they're growing. They grow a lot of beans. They grow a lot of green beans. Black eyed peas, those kind of things, tomatoes, a lot of potatoes, stuff like that, but some fruits like
stay in the ground.
Yeah, and they have a few trees and stuff, but I mean, just to talk to them and see, even like muscadines, because I had bought muscadines and my daughter wanted them, and so because we went there so much, I just got to talking to a farmer and he was telling me how to pick them and when to eat them and stuff. Like all of that stuff is important, and that's stuff that we don't get up north because we really don't. We really have shied away from like farming and we're like so removed from that part that we just, we go to the store or whatever, but just to be able to talk to a farmer and actually know when is the right time to eat them, when they're ripe, what does it look like? And again, I'm all for like anything that's a seeded food I'm interested in because I don't want anything seedless. So just to know how they grow and what makes them natural and I didn't even know that was a thing. Like I had no idea what those things were until last year. So just going down there and just seeing that it's a whole goddamn different fruit that we don't know shit about up here is interesting.
They have sweet potato pie trees.
Ooh.
Do they have sweet potato pie trees?
No, man, you got to make your own. I can make it. I don't sweet potato pie. I can make it good. Damn, ain't nobody say nothing.
No, my internet cut out. But
like you froze.
I said I make a good bean pie.
Oh,
hey, I fuck with bean pie. Bean pie is delicious.
I never tried one, so I can't say that.
I make a really good bean pie.
My man was he still is a Muslim. He had his own shop, man. He changed my life. change.
I'm gonna make y'all want to bring Kennard his propagated plant and his
Don't bring that shit over
steam
here.
pan.
Tree.
He act like as soon as it leave your hand, SWAT gonna jump down from the fucking sky. Give me that
I
plant.
ain't gonna lie, like I be out like everywhere, and I'm always looking to see who's got what. And I be thinking in my head, I should just go over there and just take some shit. But I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
But you're not really taking it as propagating. You're actually leaving the plant there. You're just clipping off a leaf.
Yeah, but okay. Well, the thing is, you got to know what to clip off, and you can't just propagate a plant from clipping a leaf off. Some of that
Yes,
shit.
you can. Yes, you can. You can you take the
I'm doing it right now behind that big fern tree I just got.
Yeah.
I propagated a piece of my pothos because I got some empty plants, and I want a couple of them in my front room.
Allow me to display my ignorance. What does propagate mean?
Propagate means to take a piece of a plant. You take a piece of a
grow.
plant to grow it somewhere else. So I was telling Kennard that I propagate plants sometimes at Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff, and I was gonna bring him one, but he insisted in stealing.
Y'all just made up a word to say for steal.
I bullshit you not. It's a real word. It's called propagating. It's called propagating.
You lying ass nigga just made up a goddamn.
Now the one I want to do.
Hey,
the one I
you
want
go
to
to the
do
west.
is my money tree. I want to do it to my money tree. Well, I want to propagate my money tree.
Look on YouTube.
She want to do it to her money tree. That's what she said.
That's why I laughed at that. I want to propagate my money tree.
She want to do it to her money tree.
Order in a circle.
Yeah, if it make little baby monies, I'll take it. Shit.
Did you say little baby monies?
Yep, that's gonna grow. Shit.
But that's all you doing is you cutting a piece off of the tree. You let it root and it grows and it becomes another tree. Every plant
and you pot it
propagated from a pre-existing plant. So there's no original shit out here. You know what I'm saying? Even like hybrids, they were still propagated from original plants, and before that, original plants. So that's just what it is. Every plant that I own came from another plant, and every plant that y'all own came from another plant.
Honestly, most of the stuff.
So I don't understand why you upset with me propagating the plant for you.
Don't.
Everything is a blending of another. I mean, that's the beauty of the universe. Everything is blended with each other. So
sounds like witchcraft. All y'all going to hell.
Wait a minute.
Like witchcraft.
Did you say witchcraft? Wait a minute, John.
Devilry. That's what's happening on this podcast. Devilry.
My old daddy called me a witch. I don't give a damn. Anywho.
But yeah,
there might be some truth to it.
When you in the plants for heavy, like you always want more. It's an addiction.
That's what we was talking about earlier.
Yep. It's an
addiction. Are these regular plants or these weed plants that y'all talking about?
No, these are plants. These are plants.
Regular plants.
I can grow them, but maybe I shouldn't say that on here, but I can propagate them too.
I thought it was legal to grow weed now.
You can.
No, it's not. It's not legal for you to grow weed. No.
Oh, you have to go to.
It don't yield.
I didn't know that.
It always die. It gets a certain length and then it's. So
That's because you don't know what you're doing. If you need
I don't know what I'm doing.
I can help you with that.
You growing it inside.
Can you help me grow some shrooms, Alicia?
I don't know. I could probably get a book and see. We could figure that out.
See, because some of them grow in compost, and then some of them grow in dirt, and then some of them it has the spores in the dirt. I done looked into buying the kits and stuff.
Don't you be taking
we can look into it. We can look into it.
A Ziploc bag and throw some whatchamacallits in there, and you get it.
That's for you. So we know you don't have a green thumb. You just gonna kill something.
I say try to figure out. Something gonna happen.
Well, but you can't throw it in. Yeah, it's gonna die. If you're gonna throw it in a Ziploc bag and zip it up, it's gonna die.
No, not necessarily.
That's not science.
It's a breathing, living thing. It's going to die if you zip it up in a Ziploc bag. It's gonna shrivel up.
Oh my God! Let me tell y'all what I found out that made me so damn sad about greenery and shit. Do y'all know, like, when y'all smell, when you smell somebody cutting their grass, it's the damn grass in distress?
For real?
That shit hurt my
Oh,
feelings. That shit hurt my feelings. Like, oh, I love the
Nasty
smell of
running
cut.
around. Don't cut that
Oh,
grass.
That's
Just let it grow.
smell of fresh cut grass is actually pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean,
yeah.
you can't just
But
let it
just
grow
think
wild.
about it.
No, they hollering
We enjoying the smell of something dying and being
and
upset
they
about
hollering.
it. Right.
It's
They
the same for
hollering,
barbecue.
letting the scent out.
Barbecue smells like awesomeness, and I give no damn what the fuck happens.
For
I
real.
know that shit.
Throw that right on the plate.
Shit.
Knife and fork.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
Like that cow died with good intentions.
something is wrong with y'all. Something is really wrong with
See,
y'all.
the whole
I said
neighborhood.
cow. I didn't say swine, Alicia.
I just don't know where I went wrong with y'all.
It was a Tuesday, I believe.
You know what? You
Bird
sound like, I
Chicken.
swear, you sound like what I say after I done read some of my daughter's Facebook posts. Like, I guess I just raised you wrong.
But shit, I know when I be queuing shit, whatever I put on that motherfucker, shit, it's smelling good. Goddamn it.
Y'all know I love chicken off of, without the barbecue sauce. I love chicken off a grill. Oh my God.
Why without the barbecue sauce?
But
What
them
kind of
wings so
sacrilegious
fucking
shit is
hot.
that?
Cause I don't. First of all, because I don't particularly care too much for barbecue sauce. I like, and I even like that chicken, that apple chicken sausage on the grill. I don't like barbecue sauce. I don't care nothing about it.
I never tried that.
Lefty grilled this Sunday, right? So he jerked some pork chops that I had, and he
That
made.
word jerk.
What's up? You could jerk some chicken too.
Well, that's what he's
Jerk.
saying. I mean, he actually makes the jerk sauce and stuff. So he
I'm just saying the word jerk just sounds funny. Just
Dinner.
jerk. Okay,
Jerk.
jerk. That's on the computer. So
that's John over there footwork, and he doing this footwork over there.
That means
and then he made some ginger pepper chicken.
Oh, word.
ginger pepper
Yeah.
chicken.
Like fresh ginger and
That sound good.
it was oh my goodness, it was so good. And I grilled a red cabbage. Oh man, that was good.
Mm. Y'all eating good over there.
For real.
Next time, say the cabbage
And he
part
made-
first.
Inflation's
look,
not bothering them.
and he made
At all.
rice and
Why else
Jamaican
eat
rice and peas.
bologna and bread and with
Oh,
no
first of all, let me
no-
tell you,
So
I like bologna. I like fried bologna with some mustard on the bread.
but it gotta be
Yeah.
burnt though. You gotta
corn,
hold it down
grapes,
to the fucking skillet till it goes.
really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Now that's a
if
bologna
it's here,
sandwich.
like I've been putting off like doing like hot dogs and shit on the grill. But yeah, I fuck with bologna myself. I don't like the mustard though. I don't care for mustard.
Yeah, I'm not a
Oh,
mustard.
you gotta have bologna with mustard.
Like people been
Y'all
telling
know
me,
what
like,
bologna I'm looking
At
for?
least
That
you
bologna
you
that
cook
come in
the
that long
thick
loaf, and you with the red string
I
around
don't
it.
eat bologna anymore because it ain't good for you. But I like the bologna with the red thing around the end
yeah,
of it.
That's what I
peel that
just
shit
said.
off.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's that old.
Oh,
I ain't gonna get
That's
that.
the
Yeah.
old school bologna.
Hell
And
yeah.
have it thick,
Yeah.
have them thick when you go to the butcher. Because
Right,
usually
that's
that
what I'm
one with the
saying.
red,
Get sliced
having a
thick.
thick cut, have it cut thick, and man, throw it in the throw it on the skillet and burn it real quick. Get a nice
yeah.
little crisp on it. Ooh.
There's some cheese on there.
Now I
Yeah.
don't do cheese. I don't do
Y'all see
cheese.
this
Cheese.
petty ass cat? He was just hitting
When
me.
it's payday, you throwing cheese on everything. God,
Not me.
God,
I don't care nothing. I don't
fuck
care nothing
that.
about cheese. I
Always
think.
burgers
Look,
with no cheese, ball. Fried?
I think cheese is
Man,
ghetto
throw
as
that cheese
hell.
on that burger.
I think anybody who get cheese on their food is ghetto as hell.
Wow, goddamn, shit. I feel triggered.
You don't like cheese on eggs?
Well,
You don't like cheese on
well,
eggs?
Cheese on
No.
eggs, good.
No,
well.
hell no.
I'm
Mm-mm.
loving on some White Castles, and
Word, I
I
fuck
don't
with
give
you
a
on that.
fuck.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I like White Castles. White Castles don't give a fuck about me though, so I don't fool with.
Look, I'm high as fuck. I'm still hungry. Don't make me ride over there to the one by the old job, Alicia.
But see,
Yeah.
like you know, like you go over there and you go get you a couple of burgers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like late night on some shit. That ain't type of shit like you wake up. Well, I have done it. I have woke up early and ate that shit. But but I
You was
don't.
still drunk
You
behind
know what?
that.
That's
Nobody,
that. That's
nobody
Still
in
drunk
White
after
Hey,
past.
Castle
Kanar,
when
we
it's
used to go get
the club
White Castle
restaurant
all
right
the
there.
time.
Word up, we was right over there. Matter of fact, it was
Hell
one on
yeah.
Cermak. On Cermak
Hell
and
where would
yeah.
y'all go?
shit,
That's the one.
We
That's by
worked
my
together
house.
real
long
tough.
time ago.
That's the one I go
Nobody
to.
goes to doggone White Castle when the sun is out. That's just no, you don't. No, you don't.
I mean,
Shit.
well,
Shit.
Man, please, I'll be at that motherfucker at the crack of dawn. Don't play with me.
I mean,
If you on your
Give
way
me a
in from the
six
club,
piece.
that's different.
right.
Give me a 6-piece with
Shit.
cheese on there
Or
with some
just
chicken
waking up.
wings.
Shit. Or just waking up
With some
around that time
goddamn
knowing
chicken
that they
wings.
open. Shit.
Fuck that.
Ooh.
On
Don't
the
make me
real.
Yeah.
do it, y'all. Don't make me do it. Don't
Still
make me do it.
With the
Please.
chicken rings.
Hell yeah.
Man. Shit.
Don't make me do it. Y'all shut up.
If I go to Wisconsin, if I go to White Castle, I have to clear my schedule for the next 45 minutes.
Oh man.
Damn.
That's because them onions
Ain't
be
nothing
on
like a hey look, ain't nothing like
Yeah.
a good clean out shit.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
there.
You will be clean.
It ain't gonna
Now, I
take
gotta
long.
clean mine for 2 days. Like last time I ate White Castles, really like ate it really good. I missed my flight the next day. I had to reschedule my plane flight.
That's fucked
Damn.
up.
I
That'll
swear
be
it feel like you just gonna float off the goddamn ground like a helium balloon.
Or I was gonna hurt somebody's feelings in that plane. Everybody in that plane was gonna be mad at me because it was not. I was tore up, y'all.
He said they're going to evacuate the plane.
I
Everybody
think,
got to
but
get off that motherfucker.
I really think it was though. I think I got food poisoning because I had ate it. 45 minutes after I ate it,
Oh.
y'all, I started sweating. I was like sweat. I
yeah.
started my lips started sweating. I started sweating. I found myself, y'all, I was butt naked in the bathroom, throwing up and pooping at the same time.
Oh, yeah, that's,
Oh,
food, that's
God.
definitely food poisoning.
Your
Oh,
body,
That shit happened to me.
get detoxed.
Man, look,
look at it. See, over the sink is short enough.
man,
So he can lean in that motherfucker at the same time.
I felt like a dope fiend. I feel like a dope fiend. And it was bad because you know when you gotta poop and throw up, you don't know which one to do first.
Man.
But whichever one go first, you ain't gonna be gonna have to throw up in the sink or something gonna have to
That's
give
what I'm
because you
saying.
can't
Either
you
What
can't
I
do
would
it
do,
both.
That
I
food
sit
was
my ass
bad.
on that toilet and lean my damn head over that sink and pray.
right. That's what I'm saying. You hope
and
that
pray
snake
and
is short
project.
enough.
Like,
Hey,
God
but the
damn it.
sink, but look, the sink that I can lean on the sink, but the actually bowl in the sink, it wasn't gonna hit it. So I had quite a
you had to do a
time.
jump and sit, a jump and sit.
Girl,
Oh,
I had never been so embarrassed and needed help at the same time in my life. And I did not want my kids to come in there and see me like that. Cause I
At
was like,
what point in your
man.
flight did you go to this bathroom? What is this the
no,
beginning of the
I
flight,
didn't
middle?
go. No, I had to cancel my flight altogether because I couldn't make it out of
Okay.
my house. I had to call my mom and tell my mom like the White Castles. She thought that was the funniest shit ever. She was cracking them up like them White Castles did me dirty. I can't go nowhere.
We killing niggas at White Castle. It's going down.
Hey, but they got a rep for that. That shit happened to me with churches. I was fucked up for 4 days behind churches. That was the only time I went through the drive-thru.
Who the hell eats churches though?
Churches, a church? You don't fuck with churches?
You know what? A seafood salad. You know them Jewel seafood salads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That did that to me. Oh man! And like you said, for like 2 or 3 days.
They must have some bad seafood in there.
But then on top of it, like I was hungover too. I was hungover and had food poisoning.
Yeah,
Man, never ever.
that'll do it.
Ever.
Have lost 30 pounds.
Man, immediately.
30 pounds, boy.
That's a chance
Oh,
we take
man.
with ordering out. I mean, you always better just making your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what you put in there. You know, as your hands been on it. But yeah, that I've been in that boat and it's not fun. I was fucked up for 4 days, man. 4 days.
Have you been to there since?
Say again?
Have you been there since?
No, they closed like maybe about, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 years.
Why does it sound like you would go back though?
The church is on 159th. But that was in Chicago Heights. But that was the only time. As many times I've been in that place, I would always go through the front door. This is the only time I went through the drive-through. And the time before that, I waited an hour. So in my mind, I'm thinking, them niggas remember me from before. And I went in there and got my money back, and then they caught me on the back end and gave me some bad chicken. I was in bad shape, straight up.
I want to be sure I heard you correctly.
They
You waited
they
an
held
hour?
they held that shit just for you.
You right.
Right. That sound chicken.
And you in the
Cause
drive,
you
can't see
you
what the.
sound a little paranoid, Kennard. I'm just.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just that's the way it went down.
I'm
So
concerned, friend.
I couldn't
I'm
hold
concerned about you, friend.
up, man. For real.
No, wait, no.
And I was one of my churches before then.
They set that shit aside that very day.
Put his name on it. Customer 324.
Look, pretty eyes on some player shit.
Well, hey, shit. Get into the pretty eye nigga.
Oh, gee.
Got me good. They got me good. For real. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I was fucked up.